Alright, folks, we are here talking about Demon Slayers. You're supposed to say Infinity Castle.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant. A point?
Demon Slayers Infinity Castle, yeah. Yes. So we just saw this. How long ago was this? 3 weeks ago?
I don't think it's that far. It might have been 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So we're just going to kind of run through like our likes, our dislikes, rating out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ladies first, what'd you like about it?
Well, first I want to say I've never seen the anime, so I didn't know what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
And I like anime, but my style of anime that I like is like I don't know, like I don't mind like fighting, but there's a lot of fighting.
Yeah, there was.
I did used to watch Dragon Ball Z, which was a lot of fighting too.
Mm-hmm.
But my style is like, I guess kind of just like mellow, cutesy kind of thing.
Slice of life. Yes, slice of life. Romance type stuff.
Oh, I was like, is that an anime?
We can see the amount of experience you've had with anime on that, yes.
What do you mean?
You gotta know your categories. Like what you just described. So like the anime that we just watched is like shonen. So it's and I think that's the word for like youth over in Japan. And it's for young men.
Okay.
That's why it's like so chock full of action. And then you have, and I forget the Japanese like word for it, but it's a specific type of anime. It's called slice of life. It's like I'm a girl in high school and the cute boy doesn't pay attention to me, but secretly he has a crush.
No, I don't like those. There was only one that I like that. It's called Peach Girl.
Peach Girl.
That one, those are kind of annoying to me. But I liked Peach Girl for some reason. But that was exactly what you were saying. I guess like, what's the one we watched the other day with the robots, the little robots?
You talking about Love, Death, and Robots?
No, that's not an anime.
Okay, which one are you talking about then?
With the Metabots.
Okay.
Like that, I don't mind. I like that.
Okay.
That one. Anyways, so never seen any seasons or episodes of Demon Slayer. So I didn't know what to expect. I expected some fighting, but it was okay. I mean, not my type of anime. It was long, but what I liked about it, that it was in English.
I did that on purpose. I know how she feels about the subtitles.
I liked. I guess I like that it flashed back to some of the characters' stories, especially for somebody who's never seen it. So I don't really know anything about the characters or what they're supposed to be doing or what team they on, because apparently they on different teams or something, right? Anyways, so just I like the flashback. So yeah, what about you?
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. You ready to start talking?
Well, yeah, I'm always ready to start talking. I am curious though why you like the flashback. What was it about the flashback that was appealing to you?
Just like I said, like it explained their backstory.
Because she didn't know about the backstory to begin with. Okay, that was helpful. I hated the flashbacks.
Why?
I thought they were...
You can talk about what you like first.
That's true. Okay. The fighting scenes were pretty cool. Actually, the visuals were absolutely amazing. But that's what Ufotable is known for. So I wasn't really surprised with that.
Now, when you say visuals, what do you mean? Because it all just looked like a bunch of like flashing and fighting. So I couldn't really tell who was doing what in some scenes.
So when you're drawing anime, like, okay, the next time you watch anime, the next time you watch a fight scene, case in point, in Dragon Ball Z, you know that classic scene where like pick any character, but they're like, yeah, right? But you can't see their arms, just like blurs of movement, right? Pause it at any moment during that time, and you're gonna see that the characters look like stick figures because that's how you have to draw it to like make that scene work. You can't draw, well, at least from my understanding.
But I feel like with Dragon Ball Z, if you're seeing their fist move, you can still see like their face and their body. You just see their fist moving. I feel like in Demon Slayer, there are some scenes where, I don't know, you couldn't see anybody.
You couldn't see anything because there's like flashes of light, but that's just supposed to show you like how fast they were actually
I get
moving.
that, but that's what I didn't like about it. Dragon Ball Z shows that how fast they're moving, but you can still see them.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was
except
cool.
when they're in the sky, like pew, 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 when they're like,
I
like
guess that's the thing. It's like you have to have seen the other Demon Slayer movies, not even the movies. Like watched earlier Demon Slayer like episodes and seen like the epicness of their fight scenes, and then see how they keep one-upping themselves, because that's a thing that was like the big thing from like the fans, is they want to see how Ufotable was going to go over the top with the quality of their fight scenes. Because the thing is, it's easy to draw like a high quality scene, like for example Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you ever heard of that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
So there's this one character called Gojo, and he's this white hair, kind of like a Kakashi type figure from Naruto, like he's the sensei guy. Anyway, there's a scene where he takes off his blindfold that he's worn all throughout the series, and his eyes are gorgeous. And somebody wrote in the comments that it was like this is what happens when you have an unlimited budget, because like his eyes were absolutely gorgeous, but that was him standing still. To have that same level of quality while characters are moving is amazing, and that's what I loved about it.
Okay, what didn't you like about it? The flashback.
Well, I'll kick it back over to you.
No, you already said your part first. You already said what you didn't like about it. Just keep going with it now.
The flashback.
Jumping ahead.
Apologies. Yeah. The so there was a scene. A scene is it's not. It wasn't even a scene. It felt like, honestly, it was an entire episode in the middle of a movie that basically explained Akaza, who is the main demon character. It explained like his whole backstory, but it took 30 minutes.
It took longer than 30 minutes. It was like 45 minutes to get through his part.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one either. Like, everybody else's was short. His was just like dragging. And it got to the point where I was like, okay, how long is this movie gonna be? Mm-hmm. Because I'm tired. Yeah. And I waited for them to end and get to the fight. Like, we get it.
The other thing
he went through some things.
Yes, he did. The other thing was, it was kind of hard for me to understand how they, and I talked to you about this, like, how did they get in the Infinity Castle to begin with?
Okay, so it was one of the last, I do know this because I did ask somebody at work. And he did show me a clip, so let's pull it up.
I don't even remember this. Did I must have like missed the last episode of the last season. Bro, that is epic.
All that flashing. That's all I saw.
Why is this not full screen?
Oh, wow.
I love breathing.
That's how they got in.
Y'all niggas was so close, bro. I can't say that in the podcast. And this is. They sure know how to draw an anime.
All right, so now that you know how they got in.
I mean, like, now that makes me just want to watch the last episode of the series again.
Okay, where were you going with that? Because you were like, I don't even know how they got in.
Well, if I had seen that, then that wouldn't be like a tick against the movie for me, because I would have understood how they got that. That's what I'm saying. I had confusion going into the movies. I'm like, how did these people get in?
I for sure didn't know, because I've never seen it, but I did see this at work afterwards. I'm like, okay, now I get how they got in. So you didn't like the fighting, or no, you didn't like the flashback for old dude. I didn't like his flashback either.
Can I be a little bit more specific on that?
What?
So, I didn't mind the flashback. It was the length of the flashback and the placement. They were in the middle of fighting, and then it's like, let's go down memory lane. No, I just want to finish the fight.
I was like, I just want to see them fight. I've never seen this movie. I just want to see, or never seen this show. I just want to see them fight. Mm-hmm. And then when it finally got to the fighting, I don't remember the two guys that were fighting last. I honestly kind of I wanted to see that big guy fight, but
with the mace on the end of it.
Yeah, but obviously they're probably gonna. I need to watch it to see him fight, because obviously he does fight. Yes, I just never seen it, but I thought they were gonna have everybody fight, but
no. I thought so too. I thought that we were about to get a battle from each Hashira. Instead, we got like a 5-minute battle scene with the insect Hashira, and that was actually kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. I wish it had been more drawn out.
Yeah.
And then the main one, we got 3.
That one was drawn out.
The main one. Yeah, because of that from flashback. One.
Yeah.
And then we had that one with Zenitsu. How do you say his name?
With the blonde hair kid?
Yeah, Zenitsu. Yeah, with the thunder breathing form guy.
Yeah, his was cool, because I liked his backstory the most, because his was kind of cute.
Okay.
Because I like cutesy stuff. Okay. But his was cute. I like his backstory. And you was hype about something when he hit another level or something.
Oh yeah, he created a whole nother form. So his style is thunder breathing. He could only do the first form. The guy that he beat mastered forms 2 through 6. Actually, he didn't master them. He's able to use them. There was no 7th form, and he created that on his own. Which, coming from he was supposed to be like the runt of the group, like the coward. So
he was the only one in the movie that defeated one.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. Like, he's the only one that actually did something.
He did.
Because the other guy killed himself. The one at the end.
Yeah, they were cooked. It was
Once he grew his body back, I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny when he was beating himself up. It was like, that was really funny.
But I guess the flashback did kind of help, I guess, in a way, because it made him realize that he did not need to do what he was doing. He did not need to be there, because he started thinking about his wife or fiance or whatever, and so he just let himself go.
I have a question for you. Did you have sympathy for that Akaza demon when you saw his flashback?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, because it's like he went through stuff and didn't really know. I forget how he turned into a demon. How did he turn into one? Somebody killed his wife.
Yeah, and he slaughtered the entire dojo, and then the king of demons, Muzan, found him. No, actually, not even. It was the number 2 demon found him and gave him his blood.
Yeah. So it was like he just had nothing else to live for. He's like, might as well. So that's why I felt a little. I didn't feel so bad because it was so drawn out. I was just like, this just makes me not feel so bad for him because it's like I stopped caring after a while. But I would say in the beginning when they were first showing what he was going through, yeah. And then the scene where, she got better and she was like, do you remember when you told me we was going to watch fireworks and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh.
I know. That made me feel.
I did like that she kind of came back to him in a memory to make him realize that he didn't have to do that. But then after that, like you said, those other two were like done. Because I'm like, if he didn't realize that, it was just. But then I'm thinking like, okay, if it took them all that to beat that one guy, like what they gonna do when they get to the big guy?
Yeah, so there better be some sort of Dragon Ball Z Senzu Bean type power up somewhere because it's not looking good. Because you're right, the only one guy defeated and even then he defeated him and he was cooked.
Yeah, but didn't he defeat kind of like a lower rank one?
He was. One guy said the only reason that Zenitsu defeated that guy was because that demon didn't master all of his techniques.
Yeah,
and we're not dealing with that for the rest of the of the upper.
Because I feel like the one in the beginning with the white hair, I feel like he was pretty strong because nobody defeated him. The girl put all that poison in him and nothing. Yeah, he sucked her up. Yeah, and then even in the last one, I mean, they got his head off, but he grew it back. And so I'm like, they pretty strong demons. I don't know what y'all gonna do when y'all get to the big guy.
This is the question that I had. Please, someone out there, explain to me how you get your head cut off. Okay, picture this. Head is over there. Body's right here. You set the scene. Your head gets cut off and it's falling off. Then you grab the head before it falls down and put it back.
That was kind of nasty. I didn't like it. I was like, ew.
It was nasty for you.
And then it started growing back. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand that, but the grow back part, I didn't like.
Nah. I mean, I get the grow.
You like SpongeBob was on? How you grow your head back?
No. I understood it. I got because I've seen it. Like I understand how it happens, but it's just
Piccolo could do that. Yes. But I've never seen him like grab an arm and put it back on. He just grows it back out. But when he was growing that head, I was like, ooh, just pop a head back. Okay, I don't want to see your muscles and your blood and your skeleton.
So that was something that kind of turned you off. It was kind of like
I didn't like that part. I was like, hurry up and grow back. Like, I don't know, it's just too much for me. But so now, would you recommend someone to see that movie?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I would recommend. Well,
why?
The visuals for one are amazing. Like if you're just a fan of anime and great fighting scenes, definitely would recommend that. And also too, like the anime has a really good story. Like the main character, Tanjiro, he's somebody that I think anybody would root for. I mean, his sister gets turned into a demon, and that's basically his motivation is how do I get his whole family gets killed, and his sister's the only one that he has left, and he has to figure out how can I turn my sister back into a demon. I mean, it's great. It pulls at your heartstrings.
I will say once we saw that final episode of how they got into the castle, I did like that fighting scene.
Okay.
Because everybody was like coming together and I did like that part of it. And that part looked pretty cool.
So did watching that part, like Loki, make you want to either watch the whole anime, start from the beginning, or just the next movie?
Probably the next movie.
A little bit too much commitment.
Yes. I'll give you back.
Yeah.
You can just explain to me like you were doing in the movies. It's like, that's such and such.
Okay. Would you recommend?
And
why?
Would, if you're into that show. Why? Because I think it's supposed to lead up to the next season, right?
Yeah.
So But I also feel like even if you didn't watch the movie and you watch the next season, I feel like you wouldn't be lost. But if you was really into that anime and you really liked it, I feel like that's something you should watch just so you can really know what's going on. Just like how you watch it, but you didn't remember how they fell or maybe didn't watch how they fell into the castle. So I feel like somebody who's like really dedicated with that type or with this anime would appreciate watching
So
the movie.
basically, like, if you're already a fan of the anime, like, definitely watch it.
Yeah, might as well watch it, even though you're probably gonna complain at the end because you're probably gonna be like, okay, that's a little bit too long.
Yeah, on that movie was 2 hours long. Hold on, let me confirm this.
I think it was about 2 hours. It probably was the regular length of a movie. It just felt longer with that part because we know what they were there for. We saw that they were fighting, but then it's like, okay, we're on this flashback, and the flashback just lasted too long, which probably to us made it seem like the movie was longer.
Okay, so I have it up here. It was 2 hours and 35 minutes.
Come on now, dog.
35 minutes, which are completely taken up by that one flashback. It could have just been 2 hours long, but
That's too long.
I'm like low key. I'm so serious. If not for that flashback scene, that movie would have been a whole half hour earlier, half hour shorter.
But that's still kind of long.
Girl,
I feel like this. I want to see the Jurassic World Rebirth, which was the most recent one, and it was 2 hours and 13 minutes. Transformers was an hour and 44 minutes, so about 2 hours. And the, I mean, but you gotta consider like the credits is probably part of what they're counting too.
so I just looked up how long Akaza's flashback scene was. Basically, it's not a specific time, but the estimate is it's around 30 to 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
about a 40-minute flashback. Think about that. A 40-minute flash. I don't have time to go down.
That's what I'm
memory
saying.
lane.
The
It's
movie
ridiculous.
was the length that normal movies are. It's just I feel like that flashback made it feel longer because it was so long. Because it's like, okay, this is a part of the movie that I didn't come to see. I come to see the fighting. So why is it so long? But
Yeah, and it's weird. Why do you think they included it? Why do you think they made it like that long? Like, you don't think that they had somebody at that table that was like, we probably shouldn't make this long, considering how everybody's here for the fight scene?
no, because they kept it in there, and it might have been longer than that.
Maybe.
But I think it was that long because one, I don't know why they had flashbacks in the first place, but maybe they just trying to take up time in the movie. But I feel like everybody else had a flashback. Maybe they were giving him his flashback, but they also had to lead into why he's gonna kill himself.
Okay, so the flashback was there so that we could sympathize with his character. Did it have to be 40 minutes long?
According to them, yes.
I don't think it had to be 40 minutes long. Okay. Well, all right. So you would recommend it. All right. So what are we giving this out of? And you know what? How many? I don't want to just say like out of 10. How many ramen bowls are we giving this?
Well, we have to have like a high and a low.
High and a low.
A high and a low point. Hot and a cold.
Okay. You want to go first? High and a low.
Well, what's the number that we're stopping at? Like, what would make it the
Oh,
highest? Yeah.
no. The numbers I'm fine with. I'm saying, but instead of just using actual numbers, instead of saying like I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, we're gonna say like I give it like a 7 ramen bowls out of 10. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
How many ramen bowls are you giving this?
I
out
would
of
give
10?
it 6.
A 6. That's pretty good, actually, coming from you, because you're usually a lot harsher on movies than I am.
Well, I guess because I did like the fighting that we did see. Yeah.
Okay. Man, if it wasn't for that flashback scene, I would give it a solid 8. But I think I'm gonna put it at around in between a 6.5 and a 7. Just and maybe I'll add like an extra egg in that ramen bowl just because of how good the fight scenes were. Yeah. So go check it
Season
out.
egg.
Yeah, go check it out. Yeah, season it. Go check it out. Maybe bring a pillow for the middle 40 minutes.
Not unless you have one of those theaters where it reclines. Then you'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure.